Okay. I feel like we're a little bit relaxed this morning. We're not really, on top of it.
Really awake yet.
Yeah. This is my part. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of 1 Million Cups. Leah is at meetings all morning, so she's not able to make it, but I do have a couple of announcements. Tomorrow, Thursday, 8 a.m., the Madison Club, we will be doing January's Culture Community, talking a lot about failure and how that's cool and okay, and how we can learn from that. So we've got some great speakers. Nick Lombardino from Farwell's going to be there. Scott Cole's going to be there, so that's exciting. So just please register online, but if not, just show up. We'll have coffee, and I believe we're on the second floor. So that's that. And then tomorrow, right? That's tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. And then, is anyone new to 1 Million Cups this morning?
Yay. Right on.
Welcome. Okay, so our little spiel about 1 million. Our little spiel about 1 Million Cups. We are what we call a dolphin tank. We're a nice place for startups and entrepreneurs to come present their ideas and get good questions from the community, as well as community involvement and engagement. Really just another place to bounce ideas off of and get some clarity on an issue. We always ask that the presenters come with an ask for us, something tangible, something that we can actually do to help them grow in their business. So hopefully our presenters all know that. This is Michael's role, so that's really
we'll get to KP, but KP is actually an organizer in Eden Prairie? Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Yeah, so we're pretty stoked about that.
Perfect. So he knows the whole spiel, which is awesome.
Yep.
But please think of your questions as we go, and then at the end we'll have a chance for question feedback. Yeah. Other than that, my only other announcement is we are still looking for another organizer for 1 Million Cups. Something that we're kind of missing right now is recruitment.
We've got people interested in what we're looking for right now. But if you are still interested, there are other organizer roles that we do not formally have filled that we could.
Right. Yep. Other than that, we will start off with. So funny. We will start off with introductions. We introduce ourselves and our company, and if you have a little announcement, that's fine too. But that's just to let everyone know who's in the room, and then also to let our presenter know who's in the room. So there could be a really targeted question or a targeted ask. It's always nice to know who's in the room. So I would like to thank our sponsors, Crescendo Coffee, the Library for the Good Space, Field 59 in the back, Old National Bank, and that's it.
That's
it.
And Field 59 yet again.
Field 59. So with that, my name is Julianne Selesky. I am in charge of business development at the Madison Club, and I have no more now.
I'm Diana Pastrana. I'm with M&M Office Interiors, so I help companies acquire office furniture and plan out their spaces.
Hello. I'm Michael. I work at Healthfinch. Recently turned evil software engineer. Yep.
Good morning, I'm Alex Ryan. I'm the founder of Prairie Light Solar. It's a renewable energy finance consulting company.
Kurt Peterson, co-founder of 32 Auctions, platform for hosting and managing silent auction fundraisers.
Steve Claude, co-founder of 32 Auctions, as Kurt already pointed out, but I will go a little further. If you're looking to run a fun, easy, successful silent auction, check out 32auctions.com.
My name is Trezzy. I'm a software accessibility consultant. I'm also the host of the 100 State of Mind podcast, and I am the co-founder of a startup called Roll for Guild, providing tools for tabletop gaming.
I'm Quigley. I am a back-end engineer primarily, co-founder of Kilter Rewards, which is a fitness and rewards platform, and also co-founder of Roll for Guild.
I'm Drew Corson. I'm the volunteer coordinator for Free Bikes for Kids, and I have a small announcement. This Saturday we're doing our annual bike collection, which our mission is pretty simple. We get donated bikes, fix them up, and then give them to kids who need them. So Saturday between 9 and 1 we'll be collecting bikes at 7 SSM Health Clinic locations. I could use a couple more volunteers for Saturday if you want to brave the cold for a couple hours. That'd be great. Otherwise, the real work starts Monday. We have a workshop off Rimrock Road where we'll be open 9 to 9 Monday through Friday, and then 9 to 3 on Saturday if you want to come out and clean some bikes or fix them or whatever skill level, no experience necessary. We'll be doing that until the end of March when we give the bikes away. So please think about helping us out. Thanks.
And if someone did want to help you out, how would they get in touch with you, Drew?
Well, just talk to me now, and then I can give you my contact information.
Not that I'm.
Maybe not right now. How about after?
Hi, I'm Shannon Flash. I'm a project manager at WPS.
I'm DP Knudten. My company's name is Collaborator Creative because I collaborate creatively with a wide variety of individuals and companies on everything from custom writing to nonfiction branding and marketing. I want to tell you guys about a talk I'm giving at Dream Bank on the 23rd at noon, Tuesday the 23rd at noon. It's about the creation of this bad boy, the book that Spencer X. Smith and I wrote, and it's called From Concept to Creation, A Tale of Creating a Book in 137 Days. If you'd like one of these info cards, see me after the talk.
My name is Matt Smith. I am over at 100 State trying to launch a tech startup. It's software in employee engagement.
Is it my turn?
It's Matt.
All right. Hi, I'm Matt Dang. I recently shut down a startup project I was working on. Now I'm focused on building up some technical skills and kind of going back out into the job market.
Rahul Rao, Old National Bank.
Derek Marley, Old National Bank as well.
Dennis Farnham, serial entrepreneur, investor, knee-deep in one of my startups right now in business development, Merlin Mentor, and I run the Pitch and Replay at Badger Startup Summit and the Forward Fest.
I'm Derek Rodriguez, recently self-employed from the IT industry, engineering background, just trying to get into the vast world of self-driving cars.
My name is Josh Helling. I founded a company called SecurePipe about 20 years ago here in Madison. We did managed internet security services. It got acquired about 10 years ago, and a couple weeks ago I left the acquiring company to go figure out what my next pasture is. So that's me.
Brian Robertson, software developer in the .NET stack.
Howdy y'all, I'm Christopher Patterson. I'm CEO of Medisoft Solutions. We develop software for early stage tech startups or tech startups in general. And we're also looking to try to get some projects in the blockchain space. So if you know anyone that might need a little help for that, that would be great.
My name's Alex Moe. I'm a reporter for WISBusiness.com.
I'm Derek Gebler, founder of Field 59. We're a software as a service company that does online video for media companies.
Do we have to look in the camera?
Yeah, right in the camera.
Hello, good morning. I'm Dan Anderson.
I'll zoom in.
That's just good. Don't zoom in too far. I'm Dan Anderson. I work with Baker Tilly and work with a lot of tech and startup companies in town.
Lucas, startup team strategist for Starting Block.
Great.
Oh, that was like a full turn. I feel like I'm
And now we're done.
teaching my sex ed class in 7th grade again. Yeah, I did that, believe it or not.
I didn't know.
I sure did. Okay, with that, Michael, you can introduce our person.
I'm really stoked to introduce KP this morning. Like I said earlier, at the cat's out of the bag, KP is an organizer for one of the founding organizers, right, for Eden Prairie. So you guys are just getting going, so hopefully we don't embarrass ourselves here. We set a good.
We're still in the Stone Age.
Okay. Well, it's my pleasure to introduce KP, and I'll let you have the floor.
Thank you. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, everybody. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Prabhakar Curry. I go by KP. That's what my wife calls me too, so feel free to call me KP. I'm here from Minneapolis. I started this company called Nymbl Technologies about a year ago. Actually, 2016 September, so a little over a year ago. And I'll get into the background, but my business partner is Eric Madison, and he's not here. He's a fitness trainer, so he's training people as we speak. And this thing came about very last minute, last weekend or so, Thursday. Michael reached out to me and said if you were available to come, so we just jumped at the chance. The company's name is Nymbl Technologies. Our product name is Enlight. There's a story behind that. We were going to call it Enlight. We were going to call our product Nymbl 2, and then we couldn't trademark it. Somebody else trademarked exactly NYMBL. So okay, fine. So we'll get a new product. So our product is called Enlight. It's a mobile app for fitness trainers. So specifically for fitness trainers, and you might ask why that is so. There we go. So Our vision is to put a tablet with a Nymbl app in every fitness trainer's hand, like a Fit Tab, right? And we started with that because I ran the Twin Cities Marathon a few times, and my PR is only 4 hours 20 minutes. I'm always trying to improve my timing and get it under 4 hours. And then when I would go on my long runs, I'd get lower back pain. So my doctor said nothing wrong with my back. He said, go work out, and so I found a trainer. I found Eric Madison, and he trained me for about 9 months, and then my lower back pain is gone now. So I haven't had lower back pain in 5 years. So that's awesome. And in doing that, he signed me up for like a 3-month program first, and then it kind of got extended into 6 months and 9 months. And he designs a program that when a client comes up to them and says, hey, in my case, I want you to fix my lower back. Some people might say, I want to get ripped, or most people say, I want to lose 20 pounds or something like that. A trainer typically sits and looks at you. They do an initial assessment, fitness assessment, where you are. I did that. I probably failed. I got an F, maybe, I don't know. They have a program that they assess your fitness and range of motion and strength and stability and flexibility, a lot of things. And then they take that as the baseline to design a program, 6-week or 12-week or 18 weeks to get you where you want to be. And so that's how he did. So in my case, it was a 12-week program that went on for more than that. And then he designs a workout. He or she designs a workout for you depending on how many times you go. So I used to go see him 3 times a week. So Mondays was upper body, Wednesdays was legs, and Fridays was aerobic, because I was running. My long runs were usually on the weekends, so Fridays was aerobic. And there is a progression depending on where you start, where your starting point to where you want to go. There's a progression. So they might ramp you up, kind of stabilize you, and then maybe ramp you up and then go down. So whatever it is, he has a science behind how to fix your, to get you to where you want to be. So Eric, what he would do is he would design this on an Excel spreadsheet, and he'd come with a clipboard. Every time I walked in, he had 2 other trainers. So whether it was Eric training me or one of the other trainers, they'd come and take a look at what I did last week, and they'll say, okay, you were here, so this is what we're going to do this week. But he already has an idea what I'll do. And then as I was working out, he would take down notes and say, okay, today KP was supposed to do 30 reps in 1 minute, he did 32. So that's a baseline for the next week's exercise. He was supposed to lift 25 pounds, he could only lift 20. So that kind of stuff. And so 9 months into this, my lower back pain went away. I was feeling my upper body strength was much better. I asked him, hey, you take a lot of notes, tell me how much stronger I am. And I said, give it to me by muscle. Give it to me by bicep, tricep, quads, lats, because he does that. I mean, when he designs a program, he is targeting very specific muscle groups, and he is actually scientifically moving them up, right? I said, give me by muscle how much I'm strong. Just don't tell me you're 20% stronger. Tell me by each muscle group. And his answer was, let's have this conversation next week. I'm like, why? He says, I have to put all these numbers back into Excel, and he had never put anything back in the actual software program. He had to file this thing on me. So that's going to take me a few hours, and then I'll make some graphs. And this is the conversation we had, I think, October 2015. I said, this is stupid, Amazon gets me stuff the same day. I can't wait till next week. You got to give it to me right now. Anyways, I got thinking. And then the next thing I noticed was he had 3 computers to do his business. These are the things that a typical trainer does. So the first thing is obviously the workouts. They are helping you with the workouts. But they also generate reports. And in Excel, in Eric's case, he was doing Excel and sometimes handwritten. There are other programs that give you reports. And then the business part of it is he's managing schedules of clients, different clients coming in. He had 60 clients, and payments. Sometimes he'd forget. Most clients would come and say, hey, I need to pay you. And you pay him by the hour maybe, or by the month or the week. And to do that, he uses all these tools, right? Clipboard and paper for the exercises, a smartphone for scheduling, a laptop PC for the assessments, and then he had a paper device. I'm like, why don't we put all that in one app? Why can't we do this? This is 21st century. We should be able to do it. Well, the thing is, people have done it, but they've done it in bits and pieces. For instance, in the fitness industry, you'll find that club management is big. So you go to any fitness industry software app, they're all into club management. Like for instance, Lifetime Fitness, I think you have Lifetime Fitness, you're the big. So when you walk into Lifetime Fitness, they've spent millions of dollars in buying this software. that tracks how many times you come to the gym, has, how much have you paid, how often do you come, and they're doing business analytics on you. They're completely ignoring the fitness, physiology piece of it. It's all club management. So John's coming 3 times a week. How can we get him to come 4 times a week? He's buying 1 latte. How can we get him to buy 2 lattes? And then, how can we sell him a yoga class or swimming class or whatever? That's what the club management software does. It's very business analytics intense, focused on for the clients. So what we want to do is kind of do our starting point is the fitness. I wanted to be able to see a client who spends maybe thousands of dollars with a trainer. At the end of the training session, it would be nice to have a report saying you started out here, you ended here. The other question I asked him is, this is great, I'm able to lift whatever it does, or I'm able to do this. What does that mean with respect to everybody else who's like me? I'm not comparing myself to an Olympic athlete, but people like me, 5'6", 40-something, vegetarian. I'm a vegetarian, so I'm protein deficient. So on my long runs, I have to eat a lot of protein bars. I hate protein bars. I don't know if you guys have eaten them. I just hate protein bars. I hate whey protein. And it was just something I had to do, because I'm protein deficient. And so somebody like me, so if I'm here, and my background is physics and finance, so am I at 50 percentile? That's my goal. 50 percentile is good for me. If I'm in the middle of my health, that's good. I'm not trying to win the marathon, Twin Cities marathon, anything like that. If you tell me, hey, you're at 50, you can get to 60, yeah, I can try that. That's a good goal. If I'm at 40, I'm really incented to get 50, but I'd like everybody to know where they are with respect to who you are, right? I mean, you're male or female, you're 25 or 65, you're 6 feet or 3 feet, I'm not 4 feet. Either you're overweight or underweight, whatever it is, and you have medical histories, you have diet, restrictions. So in your class, where do you stand? So I'm sure there is a distribution, right? And each of us then, for me, the goal would be a lot more meaningful and more motivating for me to get out of bed every day. In fact, to pay him $70 an hour, if I know I'm working towards a goal that, at least for me, I'm at 50, I want to get to 75. That's good enough, But if you're an athlete, lifetime athlete, some people are at 85 percentile, 90 percentile, right, of whatever they're trying to do. If you're at 90, getting to 95 is completely different from if you're at 50, getting to 55 percentile. So the trainers don't have the data. The best trainers do it instinctively. They kind of know where you are. They see you walking and like, yeah, this person is, this what. But there's no data out there that tells the trainers, here's where you are. So our goal is to put this all on the cloud. If let's say we have 1,000 trainers, an average trainer trains about 30 hours a week. An average person works out 2 hours a week. So that's 15 clients. So they're getting 30 data points every week on 15 clients. And if you have 1,000 clients in our system, that's like 30,000 data points a week that we're getting. That's a lot of data. Then we can get a lot more granular on who you are and where your fitness level is and what you can do. That's the information we'd like to give back to the trainers. So that's the problem we're trying to solve. So we started this. We had a hiccup getting our software. I'm not a software guy. My background is physics and finance. But so we had a shop in Minneapolis started, and then I think they got a huge client, I think Best Buy or Target, and they said they couldn't do us anymore. So then we had to find it. But anyways, these are the screenshots. That's an actual, workout card. This is an assessments, and there's more to it than just the measurements. And then this is a history page. So that's our product. So before I do this, I just wanted to quickly show you, and there's a reason why I wanted to show what our product looks like. And it's very functional, and I want your feedback on it, and that will actually tie me back to my ask. So let's see. Perfect, okay. So this is our product, actual product, and it's available on the Apple Store. This is just it's kind of set up like an Apple, address book. So you can go and edit a person's contact information. The initial consult is something that a trainer does. So there's goals, we have some, I think, basic goals. Whoops, lose weight, gain weight, lose inches, Barriers to success, in my case, it will be probably motivation, or maybe my diet is a barrier to success. Then there's a basic medical questionnaire. This is almost like a legal waiver that every trainer needs, because if you have a medical condition, they need to know about it, basically. So you can just add a yes, no kind of thing. And then stress is a similar question here. Are you kind of stressed out and at home, at work? So this is called a PAR-Q. It's a tool that trainers use. We have a very basic nutrition page here. What do you eat and some basic information on you. So then you do the key differentiator for our product is this what we call a library. So we provide a basic library of a bunch of exercises. And you'll notice that there's no pictures, there's no instructions, because this is for a trainer. If a trainer needs a picture, then you better get a new trainer, So if he or she needs instructions, then that's a bad trainer. But these are just exercises, and you can pull these into a routine, or you can create your own exercises. So these are stuff that I just, we kind of put some stuff in here. And so this is where I think this is we kind of spend a lot of time on this page on how to create a custom exercise. The way this thing works is anybody can use, every trainer has their own philosophy. Some of them do weights, some of them do aerobics, some of them do the boot camp style, whatever it is. So this is generic enough to capture all the parameters that a trainer would want to track about you. So that's the library. You can create a session, basically you can create a session by pulling exercises from your library. You can just say, I'll do a neck exercise, I'll do KB's fancy triceps, yes. Barbell. So you just create a session like that. You can save it. And then you actually set up you can edit the session to set up the weights and reps and stuff like that. So if you're using a machine, you have machine settings usually. Tempo is something, they change tempo every time. Different people have different tempos. Again, angles on treadmill or things like that. If it's a barbell, again, settings. And then, so we have reps, we have weights, and you can actually type in, or you can just, we get from units. So it's basic stuff. It's very functional. So cancel that. You can take multiple sessions and create a program. So let's say you want, let me see what's a good one. So it's a Monday program here. We haven't set up any values, and then you have a easy workout for Wednesdays. Again, the Monday total body. Again, it repeats. So you can pull in your sessions to create a 12 session or 18 session program. That's I just wanted to quickly, thanks for indulging me. I wanted to show you that because I think Michael had a question for me and I'll answer the question. So but before that, questions, yeah, thank you.
I got a bunch of questions, but the main one is, what is your business model and how is it being received out there? I've been working out since I escaped basic training well into the last century. I don't use personal trainers, and a lot of the people I know don't use personal trainers.
Yes.
They seem to be for like yourself, you have a specific problem and you deal with it. So I'm curious how it's being received out there right now in the marketplace.
So this went on Apple Store. We had some issues. People who had apps go on Apple Store were probably late getting it out there, and we got it like just before Thanksgiving. So it's been out a little more than a month.
Okay.
Okay. We recruited 4 trainers. We're calling them super users. We don't want to call them beta testers because we're calling them super users. But they are all experts in their own field. They have different philosophies of training. So one person, she's into yoga and Pilates and more low intensity. There's another gentleman also in South Carolina. He focuses on senior citizens and golf swing. So his is all about balance. So he actually has his own vocabulary. So he's been in the industry for so long that he's invented his own vocabulary. So he's a different kind of a style. And then we have Eric Madison and a couple other guys, and one guy who is the Vikings trainer. So anyways, we have these 4 super users who come at it from different angles. And they all like what they see so far. There's a lot of feature requests we have. This is our first version. And then we are reaching out to like a bunch of trainers, and that's where we need some help. Digital marketing is how, that's the only way to get at people. The Census Bureau data says there's about 260,000 trainers in the United States. Okay, that was 2016 data. So how do we reach all of them, right? I mean, that's our goal. We have about 80 so far.
And how are you going to make money on this? Or
monthly subscription. So the trainer charges, typically a trainer, if you go to personal one-on-one training or small group training, they charge you between $80 to $100. In LA, I heard they charge $300 an hour.
Okay.
In New York, it's $200. So our goal is to kind of charge the trainer $2, $5 a session, something like that, and or a monthly subscription.
I have a question. So have you, I totally dig the concept. I'm a big time analytics nerd, and this is, there's nothing like that can get so analytical per muscle group like this, at least on the App Store, the Apple Store. Have you thought about doing maybe like a sort of like a freemium promotion model, which is to say you get one workout that you can do and not have to pay for the app essentially, and then paying your monthly subscription basically unlocks all, unlimited usability?
Yeah, great question. So we thought about, so I learned about the term freemium just 6 weeks ago, no, actually a few months ago. Yeah. But yeah, so we want to encourage, our goal is to get two things. One is to make the life for the trainer easier. So we're only focused on the independent and small businesses. The Lifetime Fitnesses, they have solutions, they have, big solutions. Our app will be free for the first month or so. I mean, and I think that's Apple's rule also. You're required to give it away for free, and then you subscribe. We're kind of debating a lot of networking, social networking type of gaming and things like that. So one idea we have is trainers they want publicity, right? I mean, I'm sure Madison has maybe at least 400 trainers. They need publicity, they need recognition. So we want to one program I'm thinking is the workout of the week. So the trainer puts out a workout of the week, and other trainers can vote on it, right? Or other users clients can vote on it. And so if you win the workout of the week, that month is free for you, okay? But that also gets you publicity, free publicity, because everybody's talking about it. And so we have only a few users right now. Maybe when you're 1,000 users, 1,000 trainers, it's easy to be the workout of the week. You can win workout of the week twice or thrice, and it's pretty much pays for the whole thing. So that's one model. So we're we need help there, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So this app and these tools are all trainer-based, and they're your core market. How does the athlete benefit from this?
Great question. So we have a product roadmap. The question is, what about the client, right? This is for the trainer. We have a client version that's in works, right? That's version 2 or version 3. So the client will get a skinny down version. So your trainer will choose what they want to share with you. Some trainers will give the whole thing because they're like, I'm the secret sauce. They're coming to train with me because I'm here. Jane's coming because she likes me. Some trainers are like, I don't want to give away my workout. So we'll let the trainer choose how much the client sees from the workout's perspective. The trainer will push reports regularly. So in fact, one of the things that we want to do is when you finish your session and you walk out of the door, you get a report saying you burned X calories on the iPhone or Android. And then obviously payments. You should be able to do your payments from your phone and scheduling. So there is a client app too. And our goal for the client app is to give it away for free. The client gets it for free. The trainer makes money, so we'll charge the trainer. The client is already paying the trainer, so we'll give it for free to the client.
Competition?
It's a very fragmented market. It's a very fragmented market. Nobody has, I hesitate to say even 5% of the market so far. So there are 3 or 4 apps out there. And like I said, they're mostly focused on club management. Nobody actually does workouts and gathering the workout data at a muscle group level like we do. So that's definitely, we're the first. But in general, there's very few apps. There's one called Mind Body Online. They are the big kahuna. Mind Body Online, I don't know if you guys have seen it. They are focused, they've been around for about, I think they were founded in 1999, so they've been around a little while. Focused on payments and scheduling, so for small businesses. So any spa you walk into, if you go into a massage place or a haircut place or a small business, they all have Mind Body Online for scheduling and payments. Okay, they claim to have a workouts app. I've seen it. It's not much. So it's still a very nascent market, if you will. There isn't a whole lot of competition.
Putting myself in the mind of the trainer. There's value here, but there's a big barrier to entry with learning the app, getting a tool to use it. Maybe you don't have an iPad. And I just don't see how I could sell that to my clients because the analytics is useful, but I'm not seeing any value presenting myself as a person having these analytics. So I guess my question is, with that in mind, are you just selling to the trainers, or could you sell to corporations and have them push that out?
Okay, yeah. When you say corporations, you mean the big gymnasiums? Yeah. So we have different markets that we'd like to go after. Right now, it's focused on the trainer, but you're right. There's Anytime Fitness is also in the Twin Cities. Snap Fitness, they're both in Twin Cities. So their business model is they have a small gym, and a person is free to work out any time they want to go there. In fact, Planet Fitness too. But then there's trainers available there, so that sometimes use Anytime's tools or sometimes don't. So we want to sell to Anytime and Snap and smaller. The model there kind of fits with ours because at the end of the day, the trainer is still an independent trainer. Okay, so there's that. There is value to the trainer in the sense that they spend a lot of time. Eric spends with the 60 clients, and he spends at least 8 hours a week doing administrative stuff like answering phone calls, payments and scheduling. There is value in that. So we estimate that an average trainer will get 4 to 8 hours a week back if they use our tool. It's just productivity gain. So, I mean, some trainers are like, they've been doing this for 30 years. They don't need an app. So, true, we can't win all of them.
So, welcome to 1 Million Cups, but I completely disagree with you. I think that there's a lot of value both to the client who, if you're paying a premium for a personal trainer, getting back those analytics to show your progress. I mean, some people really dig that. I mean, I would be really into that. Again, very analytical. But my question for you is, have you considered like high school or college athletic programs? I mean, they don't have clients, maybe they don't have normally they have budgets for it, but I could see that they would be super hyper interested in the analytics as well.
Yeah, great question. So we'll give it away free for schools and colleges, because we just, specifically colleges that actually have kinesiology programs, right? I mean, if you're training a future trainer, we want the trainer to start using this tool while they're in college, so it's free. So we have a program. I mean, there's 3 of us right now. We have lots of programs, but ideas, but there's not. It's a matter of executing. Schools and colleges, it'll be very skinny. I mean, in terms of economic burden on them, we'll probably charge nothing or zero. But that's actually.
To kind of piggyback on your feedback, I agree with you.
We're divided.
And that's it. So I think you're in kind of a tough spot because, with Anytime and Snap, like they usually subcontract their training, so those people are certified through like NASM or NSCA or ACE. So there's not a standardized modality of training versus like Town Sports International, Philly Sports Club, New York Sports Club. They have an in-house training program where all their trainers have to use that style. But I'm struggling to see where your value proposition is for either of those markets, because Town Sports isn't going to buy you because they have in-house developed club management and trainer management. Anytime doesn't have the power because trainers can be ACE or NASM or whatever.
Sure.
Have you considered reaching out to ACE and NASM? And
so Eric is NASM certified, maybe even ACE. So there's 3 bodies. What he's referring to are the 3 certifying bodies in the United States that certify a trainer. So you probably go to college, you get a degree, and then you still need to get a certification that you are certified to train. So there's 3 major bodies: NASM, ACE, and NSCA, I think. So there's 3 of them, and so that's also a market that we want to kind of target. So if we can get sponsored by NASM or ACE or NSCA or ABC, but one of those, that is for sure. But going back to your question, fundamentally, why would a trainer at Anytime Fitness use this tool, right? They're managing a trainer at Anytime, like you said, is a 1099. They're a contractor. He or she is coming in maybe for 4 hours in the morning and 4 hours in the evening, but he or she is also doing other stuff, right? And they're training maybe at an local gym, or maybe they're training at out of the client's. They need a system where they can manage all this, the payments and scheduling and reports. So we still think there's value there. We still think the trainer would find it very valuable because they're still using Square to do their payments. They're probably using a Google Calendar or an Apple Calendar. One lady I spoke with has a big whiteboard, and she writes everything on there, and it's very tedious. It takes time for her, and so We still think there's value there. The mid-sized gyms, they're franchises, right? I mean, Eric has a franchise called Fitness Together. So we are targeting, those are our clients too. Yeah. So the franchises. The reason I kind of said Lifetime is not a target right now because they already have systems. They invest a lot of money. In fact, we're talking with Lifetime. They're in the back here, literally Jen Hansen. They have very specific requirements, and we drown. If we took on a client like Lifetime, we'd die. Our company couldn't handle it. So they're not our client right now, but definitely.
One, it plays into an interesting social trend that's going on, the quantified self. Fitbit's been the leader or the kind of first mover in that, and a lot of people are exactly trying to get the information to a certain level of granularity. So on the consumer side, all this data exists in the cloud. That doesn't mean the consumer app has to port all that data to a consumer version, because some people want kind of the, am I getting better? Yes, you are. Yay.
That's it, yeah.
Other ones are going to want more deeper granularity. So that's a kind of rules-based thing where you can select the level of granularity you want. So that's really interesting. As a potential differentiator for a trainer, I think this could be very good because you now have a way of saying, how am I different than these 4 other trainers at the club? Well, if you're into that quantified self mindset, I can give you granularity down to your flipping pulse rate for the entire session or whatever. So that could be a key marketing differentiator for trainers, which I see as a value, which can help sell this to the trainer. The other thing for trainers, again, if you're running your own solo business and you've got right now you're using QuickBooks and you're using Google Calendar maybe, and you're using, and you can say, get rid of that and do it all from here. I can see that as a huge value too. Are your beta testers indicating that it fits their workflow, the way they do stuff?
Great question. There's two pieces that they like you said. One is that ability to kind of understand the clients, where the client is and how they're progressing. The bigger piece that we also want to share is where they are with respect to all the other trainers and all the other clients in the United States that are on the system, right? So like you walk in, and whatever your age is and your height and gender, you walk in and say, trainer, I want to achieve this goal. The trainer can say, filter in and say, well, yeah, you can. It takes 6 weeks or 8 weeks, or it's impossible. Forget about it. You want to lose 300 pounds. It's not happening. So there's the second level of data in the sense like where is the client with respect to where they want to go in terms of the whole population. So that data, again, the cloud can, we want to be able to harness that. The second thing is productivity. Eric spends a lot of time, and many times people call him on the phone, leave voicemails, emails, text. So he's spending 2 hours every day at night just scheduling and rescheduling people and payments and all that kind of stuff. So the productivity play is still definitely there.
How accurate is your data? And when you think about just something as simple as energy burned for an exercise, there's so many variables of how quickly did I...
Yes.
So where is my athletic ability at?
So great question. So once you start getting into the data, you can get easily lost. So we don't want to go into, not yet at least, there's not enough science about you doing let's say, you've seen this on TV. There's 2 athletes, let's take weightlifting, right? They both lift 450 pounds or whatever it is. One person you saw wobbled and then stabilized himself. One person just lifted it, right? Maybe the person lifted it took 3 milliseconds more than the person who wobbled, right? But they still achieve the same goal. So they probably both have the same strength, not necessarily, right? We only want to kind of do the simpler things first, like your biceps. You started out with, and it's a multi-joint, it's a multi-muscle kind of effort. So in that group, you started at X, and then you ended at Y, and so you improved 20%. We want to start with the basic stuff like that, versus you're talking about power and velocity and those are
you had mentioned how many calories burned for your workout, right? That's the energy.
That's the heart rate. So that comes from the heart rate, and that's as accurate as any heart rate and weight based metric is. It's I guess as accurate Fitbit is probably. So the other question is, the next version of our version 3 is going to integrate Fitbits and any Garmin. So for me, as a runner, I wear a Garmin and I run, right? I only see Eric twice a week. Now I only see him twice a week. But I'm running 5 times a week. He has no visibility into what I've been doing. So when I go see him, I say, after a weekend, I'll say I ran 8 miles on Saturday. On a weekday, I ran 3 miles yesterday. I did hills. But he has no visibility into it, right? So what we'd like to be able to do is, if you wear a device, right, either a heart rate monitor or a pulse, we want to be able to plug that in here, so that when you walk in, your trainer already knows. He says, "Great, I see you ran 8 miles yesterday. How's your legs feeling? I see you already burned so many calories. So today maybe we'll do something slightly different."
And there's a lot of those devices for the aerobic side of stuff, but with weightlifting,
there's one company in Canada that's doing that, but again, it's a startup too. So I don't know how they do. We're watching,
Okay.
Yeah. So it's for weightlifting specifically. It does look like one of those bands, and it's a little and it measures the muscle velocity, expansion, contraction, and there's a lot of science in that. But there's not a whole lot right now.
Okay.
Okay, it is 10 o'clock, so we'll call the questions now. We do have a mug for you. Thank you for presenting. We also let you pick out who gets the additional mug out of the audience. So who asks the right question, or
That's a tough one.
Sorry, normally we tell you ahead of time that you have to bestow a mug on someone else.
But we still didn't get to the question, what can you do for me?
Oh yeah, and you did it again. Sorry, I'm not
That's the
normally
reason
the
I'm
one
here.
who gives away
That's
the
the reason I'm
mugs.
here in Madison, because I know it's a great talent. So we're struggling with 2 things. One is digital marketing. So like I said, I'm a physicist turned into an investment banker. So no marketing in that description. Eric Madison, he can lift weights all day long, but no marketing in his description either. So we need help with digital marketing. The second thing is, you saw the app. It's very functional, very basic. We need an app designer. We need an app designer really bad, and the small print is, we're still self-funded, so looking for people who want to take equity in the company versus cash. but anyways, thank you. That's the ask.
That's sorry, I forgot about that. So
Thank
the
you.
other cup goes to?
Oh, jeez. This guy right here, only because he's right here.